title of that song means I am the God and you are the servants. It's a continuation of the choir piece right before it. And usually I like to put a choir piece that's very nationalistic and classical and pretty, and then follow it with something very harsh and more of a ripping metal song. But this one does not have that contrast because it's the same melody basically as the other piece. It was the song that when I went to the studio with Kristen, Tilak and all those guys, it's the song that was the least finished. The demo was so bad, sounding like shit. I was almost too embarrassed to play the demo and say, let's work on this one today. But luckily they got it, and I left the studio for a couple of hours. And when I came back, they had sort of worked out how the drum beat should be, because it was really the drum beat. It's in this odd, I don't know what the English word, but you know, the bars. It's not in 4/4. So that song did not solve itself quite easily, but now it's become one of my favorites of the whole album. Also very great to play that one live with the choir, because it does have this call response thing that is fun to do live. Norleafs means Northern Lights or Aurora. That one has no words. I wanted to sing in a very pure way of just something that comes very natural, as you do as a child. You just sing. And the melody, I suppose, is quite Greek inspired, but it's not really about anything since there's no words, but it's definitely to capture this beauty and very northern purity of my country and the style of music that I like. More the killing, it means the murder. I started doing that with Kristoffer of Arch Enemy, who's a good friend of mine, and he's been teaching me some guitar actually some time ago. But then one time we were hanging out and started doing some riffs, and I really wanted to do a more, not death metal, but less, you know, just tremolo picking shit sound, more like actual guitar riff. And I wanted to have a song like that, and I thought, you know, who better than Kristoffer, who just is a phenomenal guitar player for that particular sound. So we started working on that. It was very much a combination of our two worlds that we brought together in one song. It's also the only song with no singing parts in the sense of choir. It's just scream verses and things like that. The song really came together too with when we incorporated strings. Yeah, the more classical, and I think Chris does a little choir, not choir, but like backing vocals on it. It's like very, just almost like monk, very creepy vocals that he did to it. And then it has this insanity outro. The riff is crazy. It's like a 12-step, 12-note thing. I had a set in mind what I wanted the drums to be like, but he went in there and he just started. He calls it the insanity blast, and it was just he just started doing his drums that everyone was like, what is happening in there? He just did one take and he came out and, do you like it? So that was cool. Byssan is a Swedish lullaby, children's song. I would say a lot of Scandinavian people grew up with that as a song they hear. It's very dark song, you know. In Scandinavia, a lot of the stuff that is intended for children, the fairy tales and the songs, they do have a very darkness right under the surface and a lot of different dimension. It's never just, you know, one person's good, one person's evil. There's a lot of, there's a shadow side to even the good people. Anyway, I wanted to have a children's song on this record, and I wanted to arrange it in this dark approach. And we did it in the mausoleum, the tomb of Wieland's museum. It's the artist's. He has his own. I believe he has his own ashes in there. And you come in, and it's this tomb with no light, and it's freezing. And as you stay in there for the day, your eyes start to adjust, and then you see these painting of dead bodies on the walls, and there's 11 seconds of natural reverb. So we recorded the song in there. I was lying on the floor. It was freezing too. So it was a perfect place for this song to be recorded and get this feeling of death in there.